Good morning, everybody. Kevin here from Watch This with Joe and Kevin for the third episode of Halt and Catch Fire on AMC Plus. I love this show, and I feel like we're going to get, which I didn't expect going into the show, or really knowing that we're going to get like an anti-hero as one of our primary characters here in the form of Joe McMillan. I've struggled with really sympathizing with him because I do feel like he's manipulative. I feel like, he fits kind of what you'd think of as a trope of a really driven person whose ambitions, and he kind of called himself this, right? Whose ambitions are so strong that it's bend the world to what he wants it to be instead of bending himself to the world. And, these are like, I don't know, I hate the word disruptors, I guess, but that would kind of, it's really like influencer, the really trendy word, but certainly an innovator, which, the world definitely needs. And I was sympathizing with him because, the injuries that he had on his torso. I mean, he was hurt significantly at some point. I'm sure it was formative. They're very old injuries, and I'm sure that informs a lot of who he is. And then when he told the story about how he was different and bullied because he loved science instead of sports, I'd completely done a 180 on him in terms of, okay, I don't agree with this guy's tactics all the time, but I really empathize with him, and I'm pulling for him to have some manner of success. And then, of course, we end the episode with Cameron calling him out on the fact that he was lying, that this is all part of his act too. That I'm kind of wondering the extent, and again, I've only watched 2 episodes, but the extent as we're moving forward that Joe McMillan as a personality is kind of a construct, much in the same way that Don Draper was when we watched the wonderful Mad Men. Do we ever really get to know who Joe McMillan is or not? One of the really kind of fun, great, incredible things about Mad Men is we got to know Don Draper pretty well, but I'm not sure that Don really got to know the constructed personality that is Don Draper very well. I don't think he ever really understood it. He just kind of embraced whatever it was, right? No spoilers. It's a great show. If you haven't watched Mad Men, you absolutely should right now. I don't know where we get with Joe McMillan there. I don't feel like this is the kind of show that's going to crib anything from Mad Men. It's its own thing, even though it's the same network. I feel like Joe McMillan comes from a darker place than Don Draper. Don wasn't as much ambition, really. He just trying to figure out what made him happy. And I feel like Joe's got bigger things that he feels like he's destined for. Again, I hope I didn't get anything too spoilery on Mad Men, and I'm purely speculating on this show, so no worries on spoiling that. We do want to go and get started here. I want to thank all the Patreon subscribers who are here with me today and give a special thank you to Actuarial Lurker, Balish Fuldez, Chris, Coincidence, Derek Peterson, Jamie Morgan, Jeff, Christy Goverston, MJ, Sudagundavorapu, Torgir Lingstad, and Where Panda 47. Thank you so much, guys. Super glad you're here with me. If you would like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else that we've watched or we're currently watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page. On every show, including Halt and Catch Fire, we're at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon of where we're on YouTube. We do follow copyright law, so everything on Patreon you will have to sync and watch along on your own source material. You will only see and hear me.
Is it alive?
Mommy, is it okay? Mommy, fix it.
Girls,
Is it a pet?
Girls,
Oh,
Mommy's
bird.
gonna be right back, okay?
Fly into the window.
Is there something we can do? Give it some water or...
I think we're beyond that. I should take it to the vet.
Hey, you need a ride, neighbor?
Oh, that would be so great.
This guy gives me the willies a little bit.
Let go, let God, right?
You can't fix everything. Some things are just broken.
You can do this.
Big day at work. Is she back in her clean room, or is this? Yeah, this might be the clean room. I can't tell if this is a clean room or a new space completely. It's too big to be her clean room. The show has really great photography in terms of cinematography.
Okay, it's no one's fault.
Oh, that's
It's like when you
layoffs.
get an early snow and it freezes your orange grove. Even if every snowflake is totally unique.
Gordon, what the hell?
You're my 1145.
But damn if I wait around till 11:45 to get fired by flipping you or flipping Joe McMillan.
Wait, you're firing me? I'm
Just
being
hold on,
fired?
calm down.
Can I just say, on behalf of a once great
Yeah, they had to
company,
cut half their staff.
I look forward to driving past here when the 4 lease signs get nailed to the lawn.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're not selling their software anymore. These people, and they have no income. They can't keep paying everybody, their salesmen and their techs on that. Oh, that is grim. So everyone there is paying the price for Joe's vision. Ugh. It's the early 80s. You will find another startup to work for.
28 pounds. That's not portable, that's luggable.
He's got a
And
handle
how
on
did
it.
the PC business respond? With a cassette deck, a sewing machine, and a carburetor. By the end of this year, Cardiff Electric will release to the market a truly portable computer weighing no more than 15 pounds.
So again, just an ideas guy that doesn't actually make things.
It's ambitious.
You know who was good with screens? Randy.
Sure was. Say, where's Randy?
Oh, that's right. You fired him.
These are the guys you chose.
After I let go of 46 people this morning, something I am in no way qualified to do.
I'm worried about their attitude.
They're what's left. So yeah, these are my guys.
I'm kind of curious how they come up with the fix, because you know they will. Oh, she's like shopping through their stuff. I like how the 3 main characters all kind of have their defined roles, and I'm really wondering how Gordon's wife is going to factor into this, because I think she's capable too.
We would put the heat sink.
Well, we run at 4 megahertz. Maybe we don't need one.
It's too slow.
Oh, I didn't realize they worked together. He was in the office.
What do you want to call this place?
We're probably going to end up killing each other in here and ourselves.
Let's call it the kill room.
The hell's that?
Aaron Littlefield. Iger and Littlefield Venture Capital.
Venture capital.
Yeah, got influx of money.
Just flew in from New York.
Sorry, I already had lunch.
So did we. They have cash to spend and they want exposure to this market. Our PC could be a nice entry point.
Is with the keyboard bouncing. If we could just redesign the trim, then
But
that would
that's
really...
not our purview. How soon can I tell Mark?
Monday.
Yeah, she's definitely better than her job.
And how's Martine?
Well, she thought that Texas Instruments meant staying in Texas. I think she wants to settle down, but...
But that's not the way you climb the ladder.
Is that the guy from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend?
I'm meeting with Mark tomorrow, and that report would be helpful.
You'll have it.
So she's potentially underappreciated at her job. It sucks that she has to work alone with no one to bounce ideas off of.
Mr. McMillan's office. Cameron?
But the cash from your system packages is running out, correct? Guys, I'm gonna find out anyway. How's that? Install upper management on site. Probably Roger. You'd report to him. Guys, I haven't even heard a rollout date yet, okay? What's your marketing strategy? How do you plan on rebuilding your client base here?
Well, we got a whole new client base. We're tired of these doodad lunches and corporate suites. I want to breathe me some air.
Sabotaging.
You know, mom and pop stores. Can-do Texas spirit, y'all.
He is sabotaging this.
I'll be in touch.
These two aren't going to get along, at least for a while. Maybe when the money starts coming in.
What do you think? Let him go? Buy yourself some goodwill with these guys.
All right, thanks everyone. Have a good night. How's it going?
No contact, remember?
I know. Look, if you could just give us some sort of idea as to...
I feel like she's under more pressure than anybody.
Oh, we also got them a little something.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Bowser. It's not exactly a bird's name.
Bowser.
Is that Chopin's funeral march?
The Japanese never sleep. Look here. Now, don't go telling Gordon it's from us. I know he doesn't approve. I love my son-in-law, but I don't want to see you worn down to a nub.
Yeah, that's a real thing
do I
happening
seem
here.
nubbish to you?
It's like a T.I. You know, we haven't even seen Hunt at the club since he moved back. Well, maybe 4th of July, he'll show off that foreign wife of his.
Mom, she's Canadian.
She is a guest of this country. Old Hunt in Vienna or Rome, Italy. Can you imagine?
This is where you didn't marry well enough conversation happening here, isn't it?
You weren't wrong to do what you did, but then neither was John.
Hey?
Is this a you two work it out?
We let you in the door, Joe. We gave you the rope. But only one boss dick can swing it. So John makes the financial decisions on this project. All of them.
Okay.
Agreed.
Good.
That was kind of surprising. It's calculated, but surprising.
I'm going to set you up with Louise Rutherford.
An old friend of ours.
She is a handful, but she got more than enough capital to see us through.
I mean, we could recess the keyboard into the bottom cover, and then run the connector cable through the hinges.
Well, that is really tight space if you run the cable through the hinges.
I'm not trying to yuck your yum here. No one wants this to work more than me. That's tough sledding.
I know.
First thing tomorrow, we sit down with Joe, bring him back to Earth, tell him it can't be done.
I'll tell him.
Yeah. No one else needs to be catching strays here.
You called earlier.
No, I don't. Oh, yes, fine.
I like that
Yes, I
editing
did by
there.
mistake. What do you want?
Just checking in. Do I need to come down there?
No.
I do not feel like this is a one-person job.
At least the bird's gone.
Our girls were so upset they barely ate.
Maybe not the best night for chicken.
That's funny. I just caught that. Not the best night for chicken.
That's an interesting layout.
If I can make it all fit. Can you take a...
No, Gordon, I have to finish this.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Can I offer you a job? Oh, she's looking anyway.
Well, you know what you could do?
What?
Then if you rotate these DMA controllers to make room, you can...
You can stack it.
Wait. What?
piggyback it.
Okay, that's interesting.
Good for her. Is Joe still here? Or she just went in his office? Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
Just robbing some stuff.
Those Lloyd shoes?
Who the hell's Lloyd?
The guy who you stole the shoes from.
Good Lutheran. 3 kids. I had to fire him this morning. You think it's a good idea walking around in dead man's shoes? You already rooting around the offices after hours?
I heard money's tight around here. I thought I'd switch off your light.
Weren't for your friend Joe, I'd be home right now. He's different, huh?
She's not a conversationalist, is she?
Take care of those shoes. You can work here as late as you'd like. Cannot live here.
Oh, yeah. Well, are they paying her as she goes, or does she get one check when she's done? Because maybe she doesn't have a choice.
If we actually split the motherboard and then layer one half on top of the other.
Where'd you get that idea?
My kitchen.
Nice couple centimeters for sure. Nice work.
Buddy, I thought we had one.
Not like this. I call it a layered array. It's really, really different. What it
Yeah, I
is is
see that, but who's gonna mass produce a brand new board from scratch? Cardiff Electric? Is that reasonable? I mean, what are we doing here? We got 3 months. And every bone in my body is telling me that if we try and reinvent the wheel here, man, we're gonna end up with a square wheel.
Is that where Joe comes in? He makes calls to the producers. Can you do this for us?
Let's go back to Alpha.
What?
I'll tell Joe.
Okay, so she's getting paid. Go get an apartment. I know it's lame, but I can't remember if they're in Dallas or Houston.
You gonna eat all that yourself?
You can try and take it from me?
I'm Judy.
Does Cameron have money? Does it have an automobile?
You mean a car?
The day I sell out and get a job is the day I die. Materialistic greed hamsters spinning their wheels.
Oh, is this the guy who wants a car?
Up to Yuppie Row and tag the living crap out of it.
So you're just gonna hang out here till then?
Yeah, you got a better idea?
Actually, yeah.
Don't get yourself mugged.
Directions to Miss Leatherford's. Cocktails at 5:30, dinner at 6.
Well, money's money, right?
I'm gonna meet this old lady.
Uh-huh. It's okay, you can go on in.
Gordon does not like being the bad news guy. Joe is clearly very intimidating to most of the people there.
Lulu.
Except John.
John.
Hey, you look wonderful. Let me introduce you here to Joe McMillan. Joe McMillan, Lulu.
Joseph.
Oh, is that Gene Smart?
Last season we saw Figaro.
How'd that turn out?
Same way it always does, John. It's 200 years old. John, I believe you brought a shark to my table.
No, dear, just a deal.
Yes, yes.
Let's see if he sabotages this.
I will take 80% of your PC project for $10 million.
Well, that's a little aggressive.
John, IBM has poisoned your well.
You know, our projected earnings are many multiples of that.
If there's a better deal for you elsewhere, you are welcome to take it.
80% of it, though?
Your voice, Dan. At that price, we're better off going to the banks or selling to Tandy.
All right, let me talk her off the ledge.
This person knows nothing about our machine.
Oh, glorious. Dinner served.
For such a hothead, he took that better than I thought he would.
With Mark? Oh, God, maybe I could just sneak in and hand it to him.
I wouldn't.
Mark, you know that and I know that, but how do we get Somerville on board? Well, I'm doing it.
She does not like her job, and I can't say I blame her. So she's partying in a hotel with the anarchists. I don't know whatever her process is, I guess. I like the use of the ad with that.
We are flying a woman into orbit on the space shuttle. All I'm asking is for you to take me to Omaha.
So, Joseph, what do we think?
About Omaha?
Don't ask
About
him.
the space program, Miss Sally Ride.
It's a gimmick. The Soviets did it. Twice.
It's first or not at all. Curious outlook for someone who's cloning an IBM.
Yeah, now go easy on him, Lulu.
We're not going to be partners. Because you're a bored, poisonous dilettante with time on our hands and no taste. Two things destroy companies: mediocrity and making it about yourself.
Wow.
That's why you rent your friends and repel everyone else.
Okay, he didn't hold together as well as I thought he was. I think that was sincerity, though.
We have a deal now.
I'll have Barry draw up the papers.
There. You see, Joseph, it's not hard. It's just knowing your side of the saddle.
Boy, he really nailed that, though, didn't
One.
he?
Oh, Travis, bring us some brandy. We're celebrating.
He called Travis out pretty hard there, didn't he? No way she's drawing inspiration from this crap tattoo this guy was doing. Okay, maybe she was. You're gonna have a big hotel bill by the time they're done destroying everything.
I don't know jack squat about Brandy.
Oh! Okay, well, this is a layer of Joe that I did not see coming at all. I don't think I'm supposed to, obviously, after episode 1 with Cameron. Okay. Is he really into Travis, or is he doing this to mess with Gene Smart?
Fantastic meringue.
What took you so long?
Yeah.
It's too late for brandy.
We decided on a port.
So it was a power move. Oh, wow.
Give her a pop, Travis.
He really hit her where it hurt there.
Hell, we had a deal.
We don't need her.
Will you tell Nathan that?
We jumpstart the project.
He just straight used that guy just to kill the deal.
What'd you say to her? What'd you do?
We'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah, he's not going to tell you.
I'm like, Neville, are you a Redskins fan? You know? Mackerel snappers.
Whoa, whoa!
Oh, man. Oh.
How did he not see that coming? Gordon saw it coming.
Hey, I've got to trim those branches. How are you supposed to see cross traffic when the sidewalk's a damn jungle?
You're fired.
What?
Whoa.
You're fired.
Over the him being too conservative about the board, the hardware board.
The address calculation code, it's too long. It takes up too many bytes. Like an address book that's also like a map.
Cameron, why are you here?
I'm stuck.
This might be the most toxic workplace I've ever seen, and I'm including Sterling Cooper. So is he alone and sleeping on the couch?
Gordon, you're bleeding.
You hear that? It's alive.
Oh, I called animal control. They said the kindest thing is to just kill it. Maybe you could...
Look, Donna, I'm not going back out there.
Is he telling her that she has to go out and do it? A little more symbolism here that she's gonna have to do the tough stuff that he won't. Oh, it's so much worse. Yeah, that is a misery situation there. God. Okay, so again, we've seen some layers of Joe I didn't expect. Now, here's a question, because we didn't get much. This is a great show, not tell show. Is Joe bisexual? Not that it's a critical thing, but or is Joe so driven that he hooked up with Travis just to blow the deal up? Like, did he or like all bets are off as far as what lines, including personal ones, Joe will cross to kind of get his way? in terms of this endeavor. I don't know. I'm assuming we'll see more moving forward. In regards to that with Joe, who continues to demonstrate what a complicated guy he is. The brutality. It's interesting that Gordon, in this brutal episode, right, he had to fire so many people himself, something he clearly did not want to do and was largely not equipped to do. And he did it, including his friend who was driving him home and caused a car accident. But he wasn't willing to kill the bird, and I'm not really sure why that the line was there. Personally, for me, I feel like killing a dying bird like that would be easier than looking a person in the face and firing them or laying them off, more appropriately, for having issues at work, but that's no fault of their own, just a failing company. I would like to see Jean Smart again, because she's obviously a multi-Emmy winning, very talented performer. I doubt we will. That really felt like there was some closure there. Another complicating factor is that it now seems, because of Joe, that the company, Cardiff, is going to move forward without any type of financial safety net at all, and just try to get this done and get investors once the product is done before the money runs out. So they're really racing the clock. I'm kind of curious if they do it. I think Joe firing, I'm so sorry, I don't know the guy's name, mustache guy, his buddy who kind of poo-pooed the whole idea of splitting the board in half and stacking it, vertical integration or something like that, Gordon called it, because he wasn't on board with what Gordon knows needs to be done, or if there was another reason behind it. Gordon, and that's probably right, because, right, Gordon didn't go into Joe's office and tell him they couldn't do it. He stopped himself before he got there, and I don't think it's because he's scared of Joe. He stood up to Joe. He's physically gotten in altercations with Joe. So I don't think it was he didn't want to deliver the bad news. I think he didn't agree with it. So, and that's why the firing happened. So I'm kind of curious to see what that looks like moving forward. I feel like Cameron is really close to a breakthrough. I think she almost got there in her weird little party with the street people thing that she had going on there at the hotel. Gordon's idea, which is actually his wife's idea. Is her name Tracy? I think it might be Tracy. Forgive me if it's not Tracy. I will make sure I listen for it next time. I think it's Tracy. But ultimately her idea, and I wonder at what point he admits that, and at what point they decide that she should be working at Cardiff with everybody else. I feel like we're going to get there. I wasn't sure after 2 episodes, but I think seeing her struggles at TI there, in the way that she's not taken as seriously, get me my report so that I can be the one, making the call and getting the credit, was kind of, which, welcome to corporate America. That's what you do so you to move up ladders. I feel like that whole thing rubbed her the wrong way largely. There's a lack of appreciation, and her initiative isn't appreciated or utilized. So I feel like, kind of like the introduction we got with Gordon at the beginning, right? She's capable of more than she's being tasked to do or being able to do. And then I feel like her joining Cardiff would be good for her and good for the show. I think Gordon would be resistant to it because it's the idea of deferring to his wife, which I'm not sure he can do. Then the reason I'm not sure he can do it is, 1, he didn't want to tell her that Cameron was a girl when she started working there, and 2, he didn't want to give her credit for coming up with this idea that she absolutely came up with, which again, there's some insecurity and ego tied in there, as is often the case, and I want to see how that unfolds. Really appreciate you guys. I will see you soon on the next one.